Welcome everybody to Bedbug TV. I'm your host, Jeff White. And in today's episode I wanted to talk to you guys about mattress and box spring encasements. This is a very important topic in regards to bed bugs because I think this is one of the very important tools that can be used if you either think you might have a bed bug infestation or if you want to be proactive and protect your bedding and make future inspections of that bedding much easier. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little demo example I have here to talk about the purpose of encasements and why encasements are something you might want to consider. And then I'll talk briefly about some of the encasements that are out there and just give you an idea in regards to what to look for if you are thinking about buying encasements for your home. Alrighty, so what I have here is a very small example of an encasement. And when we talk about encasements, we're talking about a product that completely encases the mattress or box spring inside of it. And the reason why I mention this is because a lot of people get confused when we start talking about encasements. They think we're talking about covers. And covers are not necessarily where you want to go when it comes to encasements. Because the concept behind these is that you're going to lock bugs into the inside of these encasements. Now people say, so I'm going to have live bugs climbing around inside the encasement on my mattress or box spring. Potentially you might, but they are hopefully specially designed to do that. And the reason why this was made is because if anybody's ever looked at a box spring, you know box springs are very complex designs. There's lots of wood, there's lots of fabric inside of them, and those can be extremely difficult to treat. There's like 1,000 places for bed bugs to hide in there. You can take one of these encasements, encase the box spring inside of this, and then zipper it closed, and as long as that encasement remains closed and doesn't tear, those bugs will eventually die inside of it. And so it's a much easier way to address those areas. The one thing you need to be sure of is, as I said, it can't tear or be taken off. People like to ask me how long the encasement should stay on the mattress or box spring, and the answer is a minimum of a year, and perhaps as long as you possibly can. And that's because, remember, bed bugs can survive up to a year and potentially more without a blood meal. And so if you lock bugs in, you want to keep that in place for a year, if not more, to hopefully allow for any bugs that are inside there to die. And so that's one of the big concepts behind encasements. It takes these complex environments, you in 5 to 10 minutes encase a mattress or a box spring inside these encasements, and as long as it doesn't become torn or taken off, whatever was in there hopefully should not be able to get back out. And so that's one of the ideas behind it. The other major concept behind these is they drastically ease future inspections. So say you're a business traveler, you don't necessarily have bugs, but you do periodic inspections of your bed because you never know when or if you're going to bring bed bugs home with you. This makes it much easier, and it protects your bedding. And so you come home, you do your inspections whenever you do them, much easier to inspect. And as I said, it protects bedding. And the last thing is, if you do have a bed bug infestation, this is a much cheaper option than throwing your bedding out. We do not typically recommend to throw bedding out. But some people, when they have bed bugs, say, I don't want bed bugs in my house, but I can't afford to do this. Encasements are a cheaper option than having to replace the bedding. And so to review the ideas and the concepts behind this is A, remember, lock bugs in. Make these ultra-complex environments much simpler to treat. B, you want to limit the bed bugs to the outside of this because it's a much easier surface to inspect if you, say, are a frequent business traveler or you think you might bring bed bugs home at some point. It also protects bedding and basically salvages that bedding.